What's happening, guys? People ask me what is my #1 hated job ever. Or actually it's two parts of working on cars. Brake lines and fuel lines. Once you touch something fuel related on a vehicle, you end up replacing all lines all the fuel lines on the vehicle. Has not failed yet. And brake lines, well, they're a total nightmare. So basically, I'll bring you guys along on what I'm up to. Working on that junk van again. If you guys are pretty much wondering where the van's at, I still have it. Still working out some bugs on her. My dad's thinking about keeping it. Now, one thing a lot of mechanics is going to argue about this, but fitting ends. You can reuse them. They're not going to hurt anything. As long as they're not rounded and they're not destroyed, you can reuse them. Now, this fitting is special. I can't get one. It's a GM special fitting. Don't ask me why. It goes down on the van from the ABS pump, and then it runs to the back. There's a restrictor for the rear drums, and that's that special fitting that goes in there. And I'm also going to reuse this fitting here. It's a little rusty, but I think if I shine it up, I think I can reuse it. So you guys see how bad the lines are. You guys pretty much see that. So what we're going to do, oh, and don't worry about this it looks like a spring. Oh, it is a rock guard. You can go on Amazon and buy this if you really want to, but I'm not worried about it. Now, a lot of guys would just replace this. Well, this is a braided brake line for flex. So this line can flex. So, can't replace it all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shine this up really quick and see where the bad spot's at. Just give me a few minutes. Alright, that's what the fitting looks like after it's shined up. Pretty good fitting, if I may say. Now, I've shined up this line. You guys can see, maybe. See all the deep fittings at? Right down through here. You want to get away from that. The most cleanest spot I find is right up through here, right up into this section right here. So that's your cleanest spot you got. So this whole section here has to go away. So let's see. Concentrating, guys. I hope yeah, that's gonna be all the line I got. So freaking fleas, guys. This year has been terrible for fleas. Yeah, and that's what another person asked me, what is all these bumps on my arm? Do I have chicken pox or something? Somebody said they've seen all these red spots. Nope, they're flea bites. Very bad this year. Definitely when you live in the country. So, actually, I can get away with just above all that pitting. And you guys see how deep that pit is. See how deep that hole is? So that's just going to be time and matter before it goes through. So we can go. Okay, we can start there. And these are the benders I use. So we can go there. See? That's about where I want it. And I just screwed this up. And I don't think I can straighten it out. Alright, it's safe. I got her. So we're back where we started. So I'm just showing you guys how I do these lines. It's kind of frustrating at the same time, if I may say. And now I gotta figure out my bender is going to now usually on these dies there's usually a, oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Right there is usually like a center point that you guys can line up. And I almost screwed that up. Okay. Now see, get it roughly lined up. And that's how I bend the brake line. Now what I just used is one of those paint markers to mark this out, so I know where to cut it. Then I grab my Napa. I gotta talk to them about the warranty on this tool. Made in Taiwan, it's supposed to be. Now you just take the mark, that mark I made, and just line it up with the blade. There's a blade. So just take that mark and line it up with that blade. Tighten it down to snug it up. And just twist it around. Tighten it up. Twist it around. Tighten it up some more, twist it around, and just keep on doing it. And eventually just cut itself. Just like that. There's your old section. And we are going to have to cut this fitting off. Hang good. Okay, that line's garbage. So mix them up. Okay. Yeah, that's what this little vise is for, by the way. It's holding parts on this toolbox. I don't have the heart, even though I trashed my toolbox, I don't have the heart. Even though I trashed this toolbox, I don't have the heart to drill holes through it. Okay. Now what we need, give me a second. Alright, what I just did went over to the grinder and just rounded the end a little bit. Now take your flaring or deburring tool and deburr the inside of this. I like this tool. Okay. This is what the old school style was. Take this, and just ream this. But nothing as good as this. Okay. Now, on this is a double head. This can do this is your bubble side, this is your inverted flare. We gotta do an inverted flare. So yeah, 6. Yeah, that'd be the invert. The other side's bubble. No. My bad. This is your bubble side. This is your yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, guys. It's late at night. Inverted flare. How you can tell a bubble flare from inverted flare? See how the bubble side is much recessed in. The inverted flare is different. That's how you can tell them apart. It's late at night. It's like 10 something at night, and I'm doing this stupid crap. Okay, I need this fitting on this. Okay, this fitting on this side. And this is 3/16 brake line, so 3/16. So we need this black dye out of the kit. And you line up the first step here needs to line up to the tool. Not the tool, but the line. First step of that dye has to line. The line needs to rest up to that first step on that dye. The step is talking about this. See how it has 1, 2, so it'll be the first step. Double check, make sure she's good. Now I recommend it what I'm doing, but my tools wore out. It's only done like 4 brake lines. Okay, now what we need my cone's missing. Fuck. Oh. Sorry, didn't mean that on camera. Okay, guys. I have to blow the OG. Not blow it, I mean blow dust off in the OG. Until I can get to Napa and have that tool fixed. This is my dad's. Yeah, that's the OG. Let's see. I screwed this up. That's supposed to have been a bubble on that side. outside it. But it should still work. It should still work. I hope. This old G-tool is wore out. Oh, looks to be right. Now I need to fix that. What I just did is flush it. You need this type of adapter for making bubbles. Alright guys, I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I hate brake lines so bad. Well, you guys seen that I put a new brake line here. Brand new brake line here, up. So, it's another brake line. Then I had to fix that brake line there. That one's been repaired, going up. You see I painted this brake line to keep it from rusting. I have to do something to keep these lines from banging. But then my dad and I were trying to get these brakes to bleed. That's before we finally figured out what the issue is. We blew this brake line. Yep, this brake line's been repaired all the way to the back. From here, going straight up to there. Yep, so this whole driver's side to the rear has been replaced, except for this line running from here to the wheel to that wheel cylinder. Only thing has been replaced. This line's still original. I don't know why GM did that for. That just seems stupid, because this brake line is not going to hit anything. I mean, it's above your rocker, so if you hit anything with it, you got serious problems. Then your gas tank's going to hit before you hit this brake line. But that's where we put it. So it's a brake line we had laying around, so it fit perfectly. Only had to cut the end off so we can reuse this end right here. That's all we had to do, is just cut the end off, put the old fitting on, and went with it. Now we just got to fix up here, keep that from bouncing around. So yeah, that's why we hate brake lines. You start one project and you got 50 others. Alright, catch you guys later.